Good morning. I've got an exciting new feature that was just added a few hours ago to Canvas called cross-listing. What is cross-listing? Well, if we come in here, and I'm in Corey Miller, he's a high school teacher, a math teacher. If I come into his courses, you'll see I've got a lot of Algebra 2s here, and a whole bunch of Honors Algebra 2s. Now we all know that with the virtual sections and our face-to-face, and the ISD importing second semester, that this is a bit of a mess. In one of the previous videos, we explained how to go through and rename these so we know what they are, and we showed you also how to hide some of these courses to clean this up. But even after we do all that, we're still going to be left with 7, 8, 9 sections of Algebra 2, or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sections of Honors Algebra 2. And so when we go to work in each of those courses, we're duplicating our efforts over and over and over. Well, cross-listing in Canvas, it allows you to basically put all of those courses together. So when we were all said and done here, Corey would just have Algebra 2 and Honors Algebra 2. That's it. And so when he goes to copy a link from Algebra 2, he can then go over to Google Classroom and paste it into all of his Algebra 2 courses. Now, this kind of combination does not work in Google Classroom. We already know this. It's a feature here in Canvas. Let's get started. First of all, I haven't worked on all these yet. So the first step you want to do is go through, using one of the previous videos we had, and figure out which of these courses they are, the class period. You can do virtual, non-virtual, it's really up to you. Get all these named first, so you know exactly what they are. Then I would hide the courses under second semester, and that will give you a workable list. Once you have that workable list, you can then combine all your courses using cross-listing. Alright, the first thing I did was I took Corey's first hour Algebra 2 class, and I renamed it All Algebra 2. I do have the word virtual on here. You can choose to put all your virtual courses in one and maybe make another one with all your face-to-face. It's really up to you how you want to organize it. So I took his first hour class and I renamed it All Algebra 2 Virtual. I did that by clicking on it, coming into Settings, and I renamed it here and here, just like in the previous video. But since we're here, to get started in cross-listing, this is going to be basically my bucket I'm going to dump everything into. I need this guy right here, the SIS ID, the Student Information System ID. And again, I'm going to highlight it and copy it, because then I'm going to go to the courses I'm going to basically dump into All Algebra 2 Virtual. This is how I'm going to tell it where I want it dumped to. Let's come back out here to our courses. Here's an Algebra 2 course I want to put into my All Algebra 2. I'm going to click on it. Come down here to Settings. Come up here to Sections. Then I'm going to click on the course sections. And you should see over here to the right a new feature called Cross-List This Section. As I click on it, cross-listing allows you to create a section in one account and then move it into a course on a different account. To cross-list this course, you'll need to find the course you want to move it to. That's why we copy that ID. So I'm going to right-click and paste. Now notice it still says first here because it takes a while for the website to update itself. But this is the first hour class I wanted it dumped into. And you'll see down here it did get the right name. So again, I paste that Student Information System ID right here. It finds the course that you want to, your main bucket. Once you do that, it'll find the selected course, and here you can see that name that I changed it to. And I'm going to cross-list this section. It says here I've been successfully cross-listed. Now if you remember, that was 6th hour. If we come back into our courses, there's no more 6-hour Algebra 2. It's now inside of this guy right here. Let's click on it. Now I've been working on this morning, so if I come in here to people, we're going to see, let's take a look at these numbers here. 08V5, 12V5, 14V5, 9V1. I've got 4 different sections in here. If I come here to settings and go up to sections, here's all the sections that have been cross-listed. So now that everything's cross-listed, what can I do with that? Well, I'm going to come in here to I'm in my All Algebra 2 virtual class. I'm going to come here to Modules. And I'm going to, let's say, work on evaluating expressions. Here's the link I want the students in my Algebra 2 courses to look at. So I'll copy this. And now I'm in Corey Miller's Google Classroom. Corey's got a couple of Algebra 2 classes set up here. I'm going to come in here. I'm going to add some material. Go ahead and add a link here. Put a description here if I'd like, but here's the real power of what we just did. Now imagine Corey had all 8 or 9 of his Google Classroom Algebra 2 set up. When I click here, I can add it to all of his Algebra 2s. Where before, if we didn't have cross-linking enabled, you would have to grab his first hour virtual. Grab that link. Come over here to Google Classroom and find the corresponding class. Paste the link. Go back. Grab a different link from, let's say, second hour virtual. Come over here to Google Classroom and paste it to second hour virtual. But now, this one URL here will work for all of the students who are in this course here. So now we reduce copying and pasting by a ton. And also, if we adjust, let's say, a quiz here, it adjusts it for all the students in that course. Where before we'd have to work in first hour virtual, first hour face-to-face, first hour virtual 2. You'd have to make the change of the quiz over and over and over. So that's the power of cross-listing.